take care of Diamond.
Okay. I have no issues with him being cast, but I do have an issue.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't look at the camera when I say this. I have no problem with Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman. I have a problem with Robert Pattinson being cast as Bruce Wayne.
Why?
I'm tired of Bruce Wayne Batman. I'm tired. This would have been a great time to give us Terry.
Ooh, you know what? I said that before. I said that just the other day. Hold on. We got pictures, I think. Photographic evidentials. That I got from somebody on Twitter. He was like Geek Vibes on Facebook.
Geek Vibes Nation?
Geek Vibes somebody. It didn't say Nation on it.
Oh, okay.
Which made it weird because, people, if you're advertising, you're creating a new podcast or show or comic book related thing, stay away from geek, stay away from nerd, stay away from using the word comic because there's so fucking many, it's hard to find you. Because if I type in Geek Vibes, there's like 900 of you motherfuckers. Alright? They use the word geek and vibes, alright?
Geek Vibes.
Yeah,
we have to about Geek Vibes and Geeks Worldwide.
Yeah,
those are the fam.
Don't do it. I mean, there are the fam. Please,
There's
don't
so
do that
many
shit
other
because
ones. There we go.
Yeah.
What a time to give us Terry. What a time to do something different instead of just the same shit over and over and over again.
Yep. Because, let's keep it 100. It's not... The problem with Batman right now is, like you said, you've given us too much. Too many people are trying to redo the same thing. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, don't get me wrong, people like Batman, but people are sick of just going to see the same origin story. Learn the lesson from Spider-Man. We don't need to see Uncle Ben die.
Again. Are we going to see his parents die? Are we going to see his parents die in this movie? If he does, I'm walking out the theater. You heard it here first. If I see his parents die one more again, yeah. I'm out of here. I can't do it again. I can't. How many fucking times do his parents have to die? Shit.
Every other Tuesday.
Now, my question is, who's going to be Alfred?
Who wants to be Alfred?
I don't know. You get a television show when you're Alfred.
That's a whole different Alfred, though. That's a different Alfred.
That ain't the same Alfred.
You don't get that. You just sign up to be a one-movie butler.
That ain't the same Alfred.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna work that in. You know who they need? Give them Samuel L. Jackson, Black Alfred. Hey, motherfucker, made you another Batarang.
You know what? I was like,
yo, motherfucking ass, the fuck out this Batcave.
He might have to be Lucius Fox.
Nope.
Black Butler ain't gonna fly.
What are you talking about?
Black Butler, not named Jeffrey, isn't gonna fly.
What was his name in Django?
Oh God!
You're the same character.
You're the same guy.
Like Catwoman show, have him give him a stink eye too. Like
I'm fucking weak. But yeah, man. I don't think this is a bad move. I think that it's just important on what they decide to do with it.
Well, like you said, if it's Bruce Wayne, blue's already back.
It's going to be Bruce. Here's what I want, though. No. Don't give me one villain. Don't give me two villains. Give me all of them. Give me a Batman movie and make it like if they do Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, the game.
Yes and no.
Talk to me.
I would say, and this is kind of the approach. I'm not going to say it exactly like this. So before you come in on this idea,
talk to me.
But I would say make it to a degree kind of like Gotham, where Gotham is very focused on the villains. Like you said, it's different. All the villains have different areas. All the villains kind of have some... Like later in the series, they went from this person's trying to take over all of Gotham to more, this person has this district, this person has this area. Mm-hmm. But like you said, make it Batman kind of versus Gotham. Mm-hmm. So when give us that fight that Batman's always been trying to fight. His most important fight is him versus Gotham City, because then you can tie both Bruce in and what Bruce, doesn't do for the city, and him also being Batman, trying to look, I can throw some of you in jail, but some of you I also have to let live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like certain control over territories might fuck things up. So like I said, give us the Falcones type, give us the Penguin, give us maybe Black Mask trying to move in. Like, give us a bunch of people, but make Gotham alive.
That's what I'm saying.
So don't give us a main villain per se. Give us.
Okay,
Gotham.
MTF is about to tell us that's not a good idea. Now, I'm down to listen. I'm down to listen to everything. I say give us something that we haven't seen before in a Batman movie. That is what's going to make this movie great. Because if you just keep giving us the same shit over and over again, there ain't that enough Bat fans that will push it to where it needs to be. That's just my opinion.
Batman plus Superman, with him getting his parents killed in the movie, didn't do $1 billion this time.
Damn.
Batman plus Superman.
These are just facts, and Aquaman did. That is telling you something.
Aquaman was a better movie.
People want different things. People want something different. Yeah. And that's what I said. Give them something different. Don't just give us Batman versus the Riddler. And then in the next film, it's Batman versus this guy. And then the next film, it's Batman versus this guy.
One of the best parts, especially about the Terry concept, is you're now giving us a Batman that makes more sense to the current population of people. Like, we live in the tech age now. Mm-hmm. So Batman not just being, a man, but having a cybernetic suit, having a, basically somebody guiding him who kind of been through this shit and has that background knowledge also makes a little more sense than his butler having to have this complicated backstory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you.
So,
Streets 93 is bouncing back and forth on the feed here. He said, I want to see the Riddler and Mr. Freeze. You already did.
Yeah.
You already did.
Out of those two, if you were to bring me anybody, I'd say the Riddler, because he's already been there pretending to be Lex Luthor.
I would take Clayface.
Clayface is a good one. I'd say Clayface is, depending on who you're doing. I mean, if I had to go gangs, give me Lady Shiva for the for the Asian gangs. Because don't get me wrong, give me a Batman that is comfortable getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah,
and has to tactically work through situations. Mm-hmm. Give me Lady Shiva. Give me Black Mask. Give me Penguin. Give me Riddler.
Give me action-packed Batman. Every single Batman seems to be very, drama-esque, detective stuff. We've gotten all of that before. Give me a balls-to-the-wall Batman film. Oh, shit, there's bombs across the whole fucking city. Each one, there's a terrorist attack with all the villains. All the villains are trying to take over Gotham right now. Oh, shit, I gotta stop everybody. It's going to shit. That's what I want. Give me a No Man's Land Batman. Where that storyline where there's a fat earthquake in Gotham and Gotham pretty much becomes an island and no one can get on there or off. Give me that shit. I'd watch that. And then you gotta do a scene, since Batman and Superman know each other, you gotta have a scene where Superman, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman are like, yo, we're gonna come help, and Batman's like, nah, I got this. Yeah. That needs to be shown in DC. It needs to be shown.
Yep.
Because us comic book fans, we get that. Superman says plenty of times, Gotham is his territory. He doesn't like it when we fuck with it. We only go in there if he calls for us. But my kids are looking like, they'll probably be looking at that and be like, why is Superman not showing up? Why is Green Lantern not here? They can fix all this shit easily. Why? What's the problem?
Truth? Ain't that the truth?
It's just straight fact. I want to read what MTF said real quick. He said, oh, something going down?
Huh? Oh, it looks like, for whatever reason, system started just using up all my CPU.
Oh, shit. MTF said, it's funny that you say that. This is learning the lesson from Spider-Man. Instead of jumping to Miles from a position of a weak Peter Parker, they reestablish him. It's smart to reestablish Bruce. Isn't the Arkham City storyline better suited for an experienced Batman, one who has the whole Bat family at his disposal? The Bat family showed up, but they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He basically told them, if I'm not mistaken, get the fuck out of here. They showed up yo, it's going down, we can help you. And Batman's like, man, get the fuck out of here, because if shit goes down, I need you guys to protect Gotham. I don't need you here. I got this. Because Batman is a dickhead. Batman's an asshole.
Batman don't give a fuck about nobody but Batman.
Now NTF brings up a good point. He says, instead of jumping miles from a position of a weak Peter Parker, they reestablish him. It's smart to reestablish Bruce.
Well,
question. Is this a reimagining or just a recasting?
That we don't know yet. But it's supposed to be called The Batman.
Right.
So I think that does open it up to it being its own independent storyline. Mm-hmm. Kind of maybe giving us this is who Batman is. Mm-hmm. Might even end up being like the Joker movie. Where it's just its own independent thing. I'm hearing us making a Batman movie.
I'm hearing whispers about that, by the way.
What? About the Joker movie?
Yeah, I guess the script leaked. Now, I don't read scripts because I would rather experience it myself. Because to me, this is a script that is made to have a visual behind it. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So, like, it's not like you're reading a book. So, to me, it's important that what I read, there's the visual behind it to give it context. That's just me.
Okay.
You don't have to agree with that, but that's just how I see it. People are saying that it reminded them. They're pretty much making the Joker like John Wayne Gacy. Well, no, not John Wayne Gacy. What's his name? Zac Efron just played him.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. They're making him a charming serial killer type guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get that from the trailer.
I didn't get that from the trailer either.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much where they're going with it, from what I'm being told by numerous sources. Where I say, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things about the Joker for me is that the Joker is... the Joker's one of those characters that can have multiple faces. Mm-hmm. You can have different kinds of Joker. As long as you have the essence of the character, mm-hmm. you can make the Joker go multiple routes. So, likable is weird, especially based on the trailer for the character. He seemed more like an outcast by everybody.
Well, basically, what I got from the trailer is showing his motivation to how he got to become the Joker. But once he fully becomes the Joker, he becomes more charming. He becomes more sociopathic, so on and so forth. But which sounds interesting. But my question is, then why did you make this a Joker movie? Seems like you guys are going completely different.
Oh, maybe it's like they're Lex Luthor. It's basically the Riddler.
But I hated it.
Yeah, it's basically the Riddler. They're trying to make you think it's a new character. Boom, here's a whole different character. We read the wrong book. Oops.
You read the wrong book?
We read the wrong book. My bad. I didn't read the cover. I just had the insides. I got them for a discount.
Let me see. They were saying having Sheldon for Big Ben to be the Riddler.
Who's Sheldon from Big Ben?
I think that we've grown past
I watch Big Bang Theory.
Small, frail, weak Riddler. That's always been my argument, is that why is the Riddler always like this skinny little dork that gets beat up?
Oh, are you serious? Yeah, I'm good. No thanks.
You're good off of it being Sheldon from Big Bang?
Sheldon ain't gonna scare nobody.
No, I want scary Riddler. I want the Riddler to be frightening. That's always been my issue with the Riddler, is that all of Batman's villains are all like pretty scary, except for him with his bright green laughing. Like, we already got a nigga who does that. Okay? We already got a dude that dresses in green and purple and laughs and is scary. Like, we don't need you pretty much doing the same thing, just not as scary.
Yeah, I mean, people forget that all these characters do fist fight at points. Mm-hmm. Like, no, Batman doesn't have too many villains just give up when they meet him. You know what I mean? Like, they all throw some bows and pretty, well. So, even if, you'd probably at least have, like, an Edward Norton type build where, like, you might be smaller, but you'd be kind of, ripped and everything of that nature. Like, at least that, because they do have to scrap. People challenge the motherfuckers all the time. Like, people understand. It's gang life in Gotham.
Ed Norton would be a great Riddler, since you brought that up.
Probably.
Oh, you know who else would be a good Riddler? The guy that... Oh, I love him. He's great. The guy that plays Xavier.
Oh, yeah. Damn it, I can't think of his name right now. He's also in Split.
Yeah, the guy from Split.
Oh, shit. Split guy. Yep.
Someone in the feed will tell Split guy. Someone in the feed will tell us. That, to me, is Riddler. Like, to me, he would make an awesome Riddler.
Oh,
and
scary Riddler can also be cast by the Kylo Ren guy.
Oh, no, he's too big.
No, I mean,
that guy is humongous.
Yeah, that can work.
That guy is humongous.
And he can play kind of crazy.
Yeah, MTF, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Riddler could be like the dude from Saw. That's basically what they made him in the Arkham games. He basically became the dude from Saw. Yeah, James McAvoy. Thank you. To me,
Professor McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Thank you, Gerald. To me,
thank you, MTF as well.
No, MTF as well. But thank everyone on the feed because we
did it at the same time, so I don't want to.
No, it's good. It's
got
good.
2 different chats.
But he can fight Batman. Yeah, William, that's the point.
Yep.
Because to me, my question is, and I've always had this question: if Riddler is this person that is so big on like intelligence and outdoing the Bat, why would he not know how to fight?
Yeah, exactly.
Why you would think that would be something that he would learn. And he's the type of dude, he's so smart and intelligent, all he had to do is almost some Taskmaster shit. He could just see it and be like, oh, that's how that's done.
Yeah. He'd figure out the riddle behind fighting. And I can see, and this is why I would add somebody like Lady Shiva to the thing.
Okay.
You think about them starting to team up. And you think about Riddler training under Lady Shiva.
Under Shiva?
And like you said, him trying to figure out fight concept.
Mm-hmm.
So make it about something greater than just, okay, yeah, your ability, knowing how to throw the punch. But like you said, being able to see through attacks, finding out the riddle behind deception in attacks.
Right.
And you could probably, if you have a good martial arts teacher, they'd probably write something really cool for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Cool choreography behind it, and give Riddler his own fighting style, based more on counter, attack than, just like physical strength. You know what I mean? But like I said, being able to see through the deception of your attacks, especially because Batman's a master of deception. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh yeah, you think you're gonna throw the smoke bomb out, go up and come around, like, yeah.
I solved the riddle on how to fight Batman because no one knows how to fight him. How do you fight Batman? That is a question, and that's a question that the Riddler would go out of his way to answer. I like scary Riddler. Like MTF said, I like how Tom King made Riddler a bruiser. I'm tired of skinny, I'm scared as fuck, oh no, please don't punch me, Riddler. Like, I like the idea of Riddler being like, I want to learn how to beat Batman. So I'm going to try to be better than him. That's something that Scott Snyder introduced, where Riddler pretty much became a better detective than Batman. Because he's like, no, I'm better than you in every way. I've already beaten your brain. I want to beat you every single way. In every way, shape, or form.
Yep. This is one of the things I did like about the Gotham Riddler, is he became obsessive about things. He became obsessed. Like, anytime he was challenged to something, he had to prove that wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that was, like, a big part of this thing. And, I think that getting that in a Riddler character in a show would be great. But that's what I'd like to see is, I'd like to see the gang start working together, but also at the same time, more like them, kind of like how Jokes and Riddles,
War
Jokes and Riddles came about, where it was like, we're swooping up all the gangs.
Right.
You know
That's what I was thinking the film was gonna be. I'm like, if they do War Jokes, and MTF took the words right out of my mouth, I was thinking of, we've all seen the Sherlock movie, right? The one RDJ did? Remember the fighting scenes? And right before the person was swinging, he was thinking to himself, okay, if I hit him right here, this is gonna happen, and hit him right here. That is fucking Riddler. I'm like, that would be what the Riddler would think. The Riddler would be like, okay, this is Batman, I've seen him before, he's gonna try and go for my head.
Nope.
Oh, no, I can hit him in the solar plexus.
That dude sending his thugs down and watching him from the rooftop. Watching every little bit, like you said, working that riddle.
Riddle. Yeah, this is writing itself.
I mean? And then you could tie Lady Shiva and stuff back to, his original training to give you some after scenes where it's like, I've seen this fighting style before. When they're in gang fights and, make that reason. I mean, you can tie it all together.
Yeah,
call us DC. We'll make you a Batman movie.
Absolutely.
I'll take Robert Pattinson. That's fine.
Here's my question. That's something that I've never seen. How come the Riddler and Brainiac have never teamed up?
Because Brainiac does not give a fuck about any peasant humans. You gotta remember.
You're right.
As smart as Riddler could be, he's not as smart as Lex Luthor, who is definitely not as smart as Brainiac. No. Lex Luthor has a Kaluan level intelligence. Nobody else on Earth has had that.
Over the Riddler?
Lex Luthor is smarter than Riddler.
Over the Riddler?
You gotta understand, Lex Luthor is like the Doctor Doom of his universe. If not,
don't do that.
If not, and they've shown this in comic books a couple times. If not for his petty grievance against Superman, he would be the greatest human of all time.
I can agree with that.
That like Doctor Doom.
But I'm
not saying feet wise, he's done.
No, I know. I'm saying in his
universe, he is supposed to be like the greatest human to ever possibly live. Riddler ain't that. He ain't that.
This is a whole nother conversation.
Let's
talk about this. Let's talk about this. Can I say the same thing about the Riddler with Batman?
What do you mean?
You said that Lex Luthor would be the greatest man ever if it wasn't for his pettiness with Superman. I can say the same thing about the Riddler.
No.
Why not? Tell me more.
Because Riddler's had other objectives other than Batman, and they still have...
Like what?
Taking over the Joker's territory, getting back at the Joker.
That's all Batman shit.
It's not over Batman. They had their own squad, and Batman came into the squad. But it was his goals were still sullied by both the Joker and Batman. He lost plenty of the turf battles, and in the end, he had to side with Batman.
Which he betrayed Batman in the end.
Which he betrayed Batman. But in the end, guess what? He's still not as like Lex Luthor. If Lex Luthor came to Gotham, Lex Luthor would run Gotham. He'd run Batman the fuck up out.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't think Batman. And here's why: Lex Luthor would hit Batman in the "I'm going to fight you and I'm going to keep you on the streets." Lex Luthor would slowly dismantle Wayne Enterprises, and Lex Luthor would have a broke Batman.
And Batman would let him do that?
Batman would be too busy being Batman because Batman isn't.
Get the fuck out of here!
Here's the thing: Batman isn't Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Wayne Enterprises.
How
many times have they shown Wayne Enterprises in serious trouble because Batman's doing his Batman thing?
But he always comes out on top.
Yeah, because he's going against regular people.
Oh,
he ain't going against Lex.
For fuck's sake.
Lex would own Wayne Enterprises. Lex is the president of the United States, and Batman ain't been able to step to that. Lex Luthor has no superheroes.
So what?
Hey, you know how Black Lightning's worked for Batman? He worked for Lex.
All of this is before New 52, so it doesn't count. This is awesome.
Let's keep it 100.
No, you're putting too much respect on Lex Luthor.
I'm saying that's who Lex Luthor's supposed to be. It's just what it is. I mean, think about the last Final Crisis. Hold up, the last Final Crisis. When when everything was said and done, and Alexander Luthor is walking around, who shows up to let the nigga get his end? Lex Luthor. With who? The only person who could get Joker not to betray them? Lex fucking Luthor. Lex Luthor is the only person who's ever had Joker successfully on teams. Lex Luthor's the only motherfucker to be the only nigga with no powers and ring up every nigga with powers and still walk away unscathed.
I can't argue that. Even though I think that's stupid. I think it's dumb. Joker should not be on any teams.
Well, because you gotta think about it. Lex Luthor is also that dude to Amanda Waller, every nigga there. You got bombs in all your heads. And I'll demonstrate. I'll blow one of your motherfuckers' heads up right now. Keep playing with me. Keep playing with old Lexi boy. Lex is...
Are we Lex Luthor fans?
I didn't say I'm a Lex Luthor fan, but I respect the man. I respect the
game.
I respect him.
I respect him.
And I respect the storylines. I mean, they showed where, plenty of times it was like, yeah, no Superman, no petty grievances. The motherfucker cures every disease. He leads humans into, like, Star Trek type utopia.
This is a good segue, though.
Then Earth becomes Krypton.
What DC villains do we like?
DC villains do I like?
I'll throw one out there right now. Sinestro.
Oh, yeah, I love Sinestro.
Okay.
Sinestro's dope. I like Sinestro. I like Black Adam.
Is Black Adam a villain?
He's considered an anti-hero, technical villain. I mean, he's a villain more often than... He started out as a villain.
Can we say the same thing about Namor? I said something that on Twitter. I said Namor works better as an anti-hero.
But Namor is a little bit different only because he started out as a hero. So his earlier times, he was a hero.
But technically, so did Teth Adam. Technically, so did Teth Adam.
That's why I say they're a little bit hard. But I think Teth Adam, prior to his backstory, he was introduced as a villain. Namor was introduced first as a hero.
No, Teth Adam, when he was the Shazam in the whatever BC, he was the hero.
I'm saying in his backstory. But when he first appeared, he was the villain.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Namor's a little bit different. Is he was first written as a hero, as somebody avenging the waters, and then he later became the villain of other storylines.
Okay.
So
let's keep it going though. So we got Teth Adam.
So Teth Adam.
We got
Lex
Grodd.
Gorilla. I like Gorilla Grodd.
Okay. Grodd.
I like Gorilla Grodd.
Raish.
Ra's al Ghul's a 50-50 for me. I like the concept, but I mean, I like Talia better. I feel like she's had more interesting storylines.
To like Talia, you gotta like Raish too.
Yes and no. Raish is kind of.
Tell me more.
He doesn't feel like it just feels like I come out of the pit, I start a little bit of shit, I'm instantly defeated, and I go back. He has that dark side.
You can say that for almost all the villains. They all get their ass kicked.
I don't like all of them.
Here's my problem with DC villains. They all lose. All the time. Name one that has successfully won.
Sinestro has beaten people when he was on. Sinestro's gone from bad to good successfully, and won fights.
He went from good to bad, actually.
He went from good to bad and back a couple times.
Back to good.
Yeah, he's held a Green Lantern since he held the yellow.
It might be Sinestro.
Sinestro's been one of the most successful villains. Hal Jordan.
Yeah, okay.
Hal Jordan,
the great successful villain. Zack Snyder.
Oh God!
Yeah,
the king, the true dark side of the DCU. The true dark side.
No, on some real shit. Okay, I'm trying to think.
Other villains I like. I like Granny Goodness.
Who I like Granny?
I've always liked Granny.
If they don't cast old girl for Misery, Kathy Bates. If they don't cast Kathy Bates as Granny Goodness, I'm done with the DCU.
Yeah.
If y'all don't cast that woman as fucking Granny Goodness,
that's Patrick Stewart, RDJ level casting right there. Ryan
Facts only.
Like, let's keep it 100.
Let me read the feed. I like Namor the hero. Tracy said, I like Namor the hero. Here's the problem, Tracy, and even you have to agree with this. Namor being a hero goes against being Namor. Then he's not, if he becomes a 100% hero, he's not Namor anymore.
No.
He's not Namor. Like, that's what makes Namor important, is that Namor doesn't like any of these niggas. He don't give a shit about the Earth realm. This ain't Aquaman, where Aquaman's like, yeah, let's work with the Earth, the air breathers. Namor's like, fuck these niggas.
Difference between Aquaman and Namor is Namor grew up under the ocean.
Yeah, facts.
Namor's entire time on the surface that he lived there, he was a bum. Mm-hmm. So Namor don't really like the surface like that.
Yeah, he don't really fuck with it. Like, I see Namor doing his own shit, and then like events like, for example, the excellent War of the Realms. If y'all ain't reading War of the Realms, you're missing out. That shit is fucking incredible. Like, I see Namor joining in the War of the Realms. Like, yo, this shit kind of affects me. You feel me? So, yeah, like, all he cares about is Atlantis. No. Namor caring about anything that isn't Atlantis is very on the Namor.
And you got to think about right now, what they're setting him up for the MCU, is going to be villain. It's going to be villain or anti-hero at the least, and here's why.
It's got to be anti-hero.
But it's going to be anti-hero to a degree, but it's going to be mostly presented as a villain because they're setting him up. They've made the comments.
Yeah.
Where, remember, Captain America came in and was talking about the whales coming offshore for the first time. Like, it's not something you see. Think about all the humans getting dumped back on the planet, all the shit they got to rebuild. Mm-hmm. That's going to dump all kinds of
I didn't even piece that together.
Yeah, ocean life is coming
he was
back.
Like, ocean life is coming back. So then when these niggas come back, he's like, oh, fuck this shit.
Because like I said, we don't know how the human versus ocean life was taken care of. Ocean life might not have been as affected.
Well, you might have done something there. Because now I'm starting to think. Because he said it straight up. I saw some whales out. There's less people in the sea. What if Namor survived the snap? What if all the Atlanteans survived the snap? Yeah. Because no one knows they exist. Well, and then in Atlantis, they're like, oh shit, we're prospering, nigga. Yeah. This shit is great.
Ocean life's returning, pollutants are less. Like, you got to think about the life conditions. This is what I said about the other planets with Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. Think about characters like the Skrulls. Mm-hmm. If there was a disproportionate amount of Kree, killed compared to Skrulls.
Yeah.
The Skrulls could be prospering as well, which would lead us down to the Kree Skrull War.
I like what you just did there. I'm fucking with that. Because I over obsess on things sometimes. I'm just that type of dude. It keeps me sane. Being a black man in America is so stressful. And so
every day.
And so I like to overthink on things to keep my mind off of shit. My question is, why 5 years?
I think, like you said, it's time for things to develop, time for the world to change.
Exactly.
Yep.
And what I think is, because they could have done this a year later. They could have done it 2 years later. Why 5? And the reason why I think 5 is what a way for motivation. There's going to be people who actually wow, the world actually got fucking better. The world actually did get better. For example, there's more whales. There's, life is thriving now.
Yeah.
Life is actually thriving.
Resource needs are less. Think about all the other countries that could have come up overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about a country like China.
Yeah.
Who has a tremendous workforce who is like, oh, now we have room again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about small countries, that could have
India, dude.
Yeah.
Like
India's tons of people there.
Listen to us like China justify genocide. I'm not justifying it, but I can see things do get better. I can see that.
Wrong.
I can see that happening. The planet is overpopulated. No scientist will disagree with that fact.
Well, it's not necessarily, and that's part of the problem is our planet is not overpopulated. Our planet is abused for resource. So for every human, it's not necessarily the fact that we exist that's the problem. It's the amount of destructive force that we place.
So it's the resources that we are used to keep the population going.
We do greater destruction with our little existence than is deemed necessary for our lives.
Now, Joe said, imagine The Rock Namor. People got mad at me. I say make The Rock Namor. I say fuck it. And everyone's going to be like, oh, they're copying Marvel. They're copying DC. And my answer is, so?
The Rock's a busy man. The Rock's that dude who's going to go over there with the same pointy ears on the same DC set.
I'm just saying.
Go right back to the same
Because Namor...
Hey, look, I'm wearing black over here. I'm green over here.
Listen, man. Namor and Black Adam are the same characters anyway.
One got lightning bolts, the other one got a trident. Occasionally.
Oh, yeah. One got lightning bolts, an Egyptian. Other is an underwater nigga with wings on his feet. They're the same character. They both got pointy ears.
Yep.
They both have
Super
done
strength.
good and bad. Yeah. They both done it.
They're literally the same character. One's underwater, one's in the desert.
At this point,
desert to the beach.
Listen, man. On this point, who cares? Get your money wherever you can. Everybody, it's the Wild Wild West out there. Niggas is going from Marvel to DC, DC over to Marvel. Fuck it. Just get your money. Nobody cares anymore. Just get your bread. After fucking Endgame, who cares anymore? Nothing's gonna beat this shit.
There's a black Kree soldier who was also the same old wizard in Shazam. Get that money.
Yeah, get that. Get the bread. He was also a fucking fish that got stabbed in Aquaman. Get the bag. That's all that matters.
MTF is funny. What swimmer do you know that has The Rock's build? The Rock swims in movies. What the fuck you talking about?
What movie has he swim?
He's done everything. The Rock has done everything.
First of all,
Baywatch. Nigga, what?
Oh shit! You're right.
Baywatch.
You listen to me, MTF.
Baywatch. He plays a swimmer.
Don't you dare relate Atlantean strength to us humans, okay? Yeah. They got some different shit going on. They don't need to be built like a swimmer. They are swimmers. They don't have to.
And he's a mutant anyway, goddammit.
That is true.
Alright.
That is
true. He
true.
fights the Hulk. The motherfucker better have the Rock build.
Speaking of, congratulations to Immortal Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
AKA the greatest comic book on the stands.
Yep.
I didn't know that it's killing it. Like, that's in the top 5. It's outselling Batman. What the fuck? I said, when did this happen?
Hulk smash Puny Bat.
God damn. This is
Hulk smash Puny Patterson.
Well, of course. Hulk smash sparkly.
Bat sparkles. Sparkle Bat. Twinkle, twinkle, Batman.
But
twinkle, twinkle.
I didn't know. Excuse me. I didn't know it was selling that well.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
No, it's the best book on the shelves right now.
I agree 100%. I agree 100% with that. I just didn't know. I never go on Comic-Con anymore because to me, I'm like, who gives a shit? Who cares? Read what you like. Don't read what you don't like.
Yep.
People, I saw that and I'm like, yo, that's actually pretty great. Because it's not, I'm a Marvel dude, but I love comics all in general. To tell me that a Hulk book is outselling Batman books, that's borderline almost unheard of.
Yep.
I've never heard nothing like that. I was like, wow, Hulk? No one could no, it's official. This is the greatest Hulk run. This is the greatest Hulk run. People are going to say, oh, Peter David. Shout out Peter David. But Peter David's run wasn't outselling Batman, beloveds. That wasn't happening. This Immortal Hulk is outselling Batman. That's nuts. That's crazy. I knew this book was going to be different when they said Alex Ross is doing covers. I'm like, oh, shit. They don't just put Alex Ross on anyone's covers. You feel me?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I was like, oh, shit, that means this is going to be different. So, Immortal Hulk is great.
Hulk is
finally
great.
got caught up on Guardians.
Okay.
Are you caught up on Guardians?
I'm not.
Okay. Your boy, man.
Who? Thanos?
He's inevitable.
Oh, yeah. Thanos does everything.
He's inevitable.
There is no stopping Thanos. Like, this is why I love when people be like, oh, well, Thanos is defeated. Thanos is worse than Darcy. Like, no. Thanos don't never lose. This is what people don't understand.
Thanos
he
wins.
might slow down, but it's more of a, I need a break, man. Because I ain't trying to get all Jon Snow on y'all. Right.
Listen, man.
Y'all get tired in these streets.
Listen, Thanos is a goddamn fool, man. So basically what's going on in the Guardians book, Thanos is dead. Thanos was killed by Gamora. Thanos had a will and testament saying basically, I uploaded myself into one of you and I'm going to come back. So you got to find out who it is. So basically, all his daughters are saying, that nigga lying. Nebula is saying that nigga lying. But they think...
Technically used to be his granddaughter.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Gamora's like, no, there's no way he's doing it. But then Star Fox, whose face is fucked up now. Mm-hmm. Star Fox's face is fucked up. And Star Fox is like, yo, let's get a crew together to go fuck up Gamora because she's obviously Thanos. And so he gets Gladiator, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and pretty much all the Shi'ar to go and fuck up Gamora. And then Hela shows up. Oh, shit. Hela, who I've been saying for days, why doesn't Thanos go fuck Hela? She's basically Lady Death.
Well, basically, ain't Lady Death.
Fair. But here's the difference. Here's the difference. He could win Hela's love. He'll never win Lady Death's love.
Well, isn't that more attractive?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
They shot at the women.
You're not wrong.
I mean, niggas don't go after silver medals. You go after the gold.
What the hell did...
Hela is Death Light.
So he's trying to restore his Thanos.
Thanos.
God damn it. God damn it. Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos.
What's Thanos?
OS, operating system. Get it?
Operating system. Okay, that's disgusting, but that's all right.
So all right, Hela pulls up.
So Hela pulls up with the fucking Black Order.
You know what I was depressed about?
What?
Ain't nobody in the Black Order black.
Fair.
You can't call it the Dark Order. You gotta call it the Black Order.
You're right. They ain't
there should be at least one nigga.
Just one nigga. Which one would be the nigga?
The old Creed boy, who was going to get the Power Stone. He was working on the Thanos. Raise him up a level. The one who also was the old
the Pursuer.
Dementia.
Korath.
Yeah.
Korath the Pursuer. Okay. So you want to make him be in the Black Order?
Yeah. so they could be called Black Order. Otherwise, bro, don't do this. You ain't even black. You purple, nigga.
But Hela pulls up, and he said, everyone's like trying to find out. They're like, oh man, Thanos was lied to all of us, and Hela's like, no, he didn't. And then he was like, they were like, well, what did he need? She was like, well, he can't just upload his mind into anybody. Because it will take too much. And then Star Fox says, well, what did he need? She says, he needed another Titan. Starfox was like, all of a sudden, Thanos got uploaded into his brain. So Thanos is now Star Fox.
Why not?
And then Hela, of course, has a brand new Thanos body for him.
Of course. Why do you want to go with the weak ass Star Fox?
Star Fox isn't weak.
All he got is silver tongue.
He's still a Titan.
He ran from She-Hulk.
He did run from She-Hulk. But that's She-Hulk.
Yeah.
That's She-Hulk.
Hulk put them hands on Hulk or Thanos put them hands on Hulk and Thor at the same time.
Fair.
Thanos put them hands on everybody.
Fair.
Up to Galactus.
Fair. I can't even argue that. No, you're absolutely right.
That's his threshold. That motherfucker he beating up Heralds, he beating up everybody. Anybody who puts hands on the Silver Surfer casually, takes blasts from Owens and sitting there smiling until the fights broke up.
Thanos is that dude. But so Thanos is now back. I'm in I guess he said oh man, I love it. Donny Cates, man. Donny Cates is great. Star Fox walks up to his body, or Thanos Fox walks up to his body and says, he just stops for a little bit, and Hela says, "What's wrong?" Thanos says, "My brother's really not going to survive this transfer." And then she was like, "Yeah?" And he was like, "Pity. He has so much potential." And then he just has a moment where he just stands there. And then he just touches his body. Like that little moment. Because when the smoke clears, that is his brother. You feel me? So, I like that he gave his little respect for a moment, for a panel.
Well, and you got to think about, he's in his body, too, so I'm sure Thanos knows the capabilities of what his, what he could do. Because, I mean, Alaris was pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Especially at, early on in his life. He was pretty powerful, so you got to imagine, that's Alaris' son, his direct descendant.
Yeah.
Like, what he could have potentially done, yeah.
Where's Thane?
Thane, I thought...
Did Thane die?
I thought Thanos imprisoned Thane or almost killed him or something like that.
I gotta reread the Jeff Lemire Thanos run, which is great. I just don't think that I got up on that. Someone in the feed help us out.
I think it's in the box.
But I'm like, where's Thane? I like the idea of Thane.
I do and I don't.
Tell me more.
Don't put anybody that you can potentially say you're going to just challenge Thanos.
Well, Tracy just told us Thane is dead. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, Thane wasn't going to live. Look, if Thanos kills all his little bastards. Here's the thing about Thanos. Alright? You kill all his little fuckers, right? Thanos is Thanos. Like, Thanos is death. Like, don't... Anytime you involved with anything in Thanos, know this. You probably won't make it out. Alright? I don't give a fuck if you're a Black Order. I don't give a fuck if you...
Yeah.
If you... Anybody... You fucking with Thanos. Remember, Thanos is in it for Thanos.
Yeah.
You need to be in it for you. Alright? That's all there is to it. You're going to be enslaved, beaten, captured, destroyed. I mean, even his pull up on Galactus. Galactus, in the end, he left Galactus in such bad shape, Galactus wasn't able to make a move on him. He was like, but I'm leaving you alive because I'm on a pilgrimage. But at the same time, I need to make sure that you can step. Alright?
Yeah.
So, I get yes, I left you between the two planets when I slammed them together to stop the parasite. So what? I teleported myself off. That's why I like in Thanos' quest him with Gladiator when he gets a gem from him. You know what I mean? It's like he goads him into basically destroying the entire planet.
Was it Gladiator or Trico?
Oh, I'm sorry, Trico, the champion.
Okay, champion.
Yeah. When he destroyed champion, he's like, "Oh yeah, I know. You went ahead and destroyed the planet. Sorry for you." He's like, "Dude, I'll do anything for you to give me a ride or, help me get to another planet." It's like, "I will help you get to another planet for that gem on your head." He gives him the gem. Flies over to the orbit of the planet, just drops him off. Like, wait, I thought you were going to fly me. No, I said I'd get you to another planet.
I'd get you there.
I didn't say how, motherfucker. Didn't say how. Peace out.
Oh, shit. Did we get,
Thane is trapped in the God Quarry.
Okay, word out.
Venom, thank you for the cheer when I was a young warthog.
Oh, he said, do you like the Lion King?
Oh, yeah, Lion
King.
Who
doesn't like the Lion King? That's my question. Who does not like the Lion King?
Especially if you're in your 30s, man. Hakuna motherfucking Matata.
Facts.
That's how that works.
Facts.
Hakuna Matata.
Let me see what MTF said over here. He said, I like the idea of a sniveling junior Thanos that can't quite measure up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's kind of almost cute, but I want Thanos. Thanos, to me, is always I like Thanos as a unique entity. Thanos sits outside of the realms of chaos and order. There's no junior to Thanos. Thanos is forever. That's the whole idea of Thanos.
It's always going to be Thanos. There's not going to be a junior. There's not going to be a secondary. It's Thanos or nothing.
So you don't like the idea of Thing?
No.
What about Star Fox? Well, Star Fox is dead now, but
Star Fox is never a Thanos.
Okay.
He was an antithesis to Thanos, even though he was still a rapist.
Yeah. This is why I'm shocked. I'm like, yeah, they getting Star Fox up out of here.
Yeah,
I knew he was gonna die. I was like, yeah, they gotta get him out of here because once people start Googling, they're like, what?
You can't Hank Pym that. You can't Hank Pym that.
Yeah.
Not even Michael Douglas can pull that off. Ooh, I ain't touching that one. Nobody won't touch that one. Can you imagine pitching that around the office? Say, Mom, want to play Star Fox? Interns.
All it takes is I'm scared of my daughter. She's 19 years old. She gonna Google the Star Fox. She be like, get this nigga the fuck out of here.
Yep. Oh man,
that's a bad idea. They keep throwing this name around for the Eternals film. I know that they're gonna wait.
He's a Titan.
What?
He's not even Star Fox. Isn't even an Eternal. He's a Titan.
You're right. You're absolutely right. So, but isn't there a connection to the Eternals and the Titans?
Yes.
Okay.
But that connection happens totally off-world.
Because ain't Thanos both?
No. Okay, so the Eternals, there was, what is it called? Urias, and there was... Kronos had two sons, Alaris and Urias, if I recall his name correctly.
Yeah.
After Kronos was experimenting with time and they all got hit by, what is it called? The quantum particles of time. I forget what it's called. But basically all the ones that were on Titan right then got immortality and additional slight power up. And they could also form this thing called Unimind. Well, instead of dividing their people and ruling separately because they had different ideas, Alaris and Urias decided to split up. So Urias had heard of old Titans having gone to the moon of one of the moon Titan. So he ended up flying out there, and then basically like him and this one woman who was left, Sarai, ended up smashing and making all the Titanium-born Eternals. So they're all inbreds. But his two, which this is the weird part, because in one story they flew with others and a couple of others, which they didn't go into. Another story they populated everybody, but his two youngest sons, and his two closest sons were Star Fox and Eros and Thanos, and they ended up being, because they were bred with an original Titan. Yeah. They ended up not getting technically the immortality that the Eternals had. So the Eternals that stayed, Cersei, Murkai, whatever, all of them, they stayed on Earth. They're all truly immortal because of the Kronos experiment. Kronos went on to be the actual deity of time.
Nice, Kronos. Well done. How do you know that? We don't read comics. How do you know all that?
There's a screen over there, so I googled it.
The prompter. You gotta tell the prompter.
So that's why I kept looking to the right a little bit. I was like, damn, what did that say? Thankfully, we got some great producers in here.
I knew Eros was the vessel. It was totally Thanos planning to throw everyone off the same.
You knew Eros was the vessel when he pulled up in some robe or some Church of Channels type shit. Bro, you know you ain't nobody wear a robe to be up to good, man. That ain't how Star Fox dress. You come in sexy, no matter if your face is fucked up or not.
I really.
Hey, you remember back in the day when Wolverine slashed Thing's face?
Oh yeah, he had to wear that mask.
He wore that mask.
For hell of a long.
Fuck already, bro. But it was weird because all fucked up, fleshy.
Yeah, you find out there's flesh underneath the rock. He isn't rock all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded weird, but he does have flesh underneath his rock. Someone made a good point to me. First of all, I really hope. God, I wish I could pitch these ideas. I don't think Marvel, MCU, and Disney understand how many ideas they could keep going off of that 5 years.
Oh yeah,
that's a show.
I think they do.
That's a show that I'm hoping
a what if show.
Not a what if. I mean, you're not wrong though. But that is a show. Basically, oh shit, half of the population went away.
Oh, Leftovers.
That is a show. Yeah, like something like that. You don't even
It
have to.
literally was leftovers.
Huh?
It literally was leftovers.
The show? Oh, the people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The show Leftovers was basically that 5 years. Like,
I never heard of the show.
You never heard of the show Leftovers?
No.
Okay, so in Leftovers, and here's the greatest part. In Leftovers, just a giant portion of the population, I think they estimated like 30%, just up and disappears. They don't know why. They can't explain it. Like, I mean, people were literally there, no dust, if you will. But people were literally there, and then all of a sudden they're just gone. And it's people having to get on with their lives and deal with the world after that. But it's essentially people who don't know about Thanos and what happened to him.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire show is basically like, holy fuck. All the people, all the little religions that come up from the event, all the, how people try to get along with relationships. One, they had a Hawkeye lady where she had 3 kids and a husband, and all just vanished.
Did they ever find out what happened?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, no, there were no Avengers there.
Well, my thing is, let's see, aren't they doing the
Loki show?
The Loki
show?
show?
Oh, it's Urias, not Urias, my bad. Thank you, Bakaiju.
On ABC. No, the Loki show is going to be on Disney Plus. The Loki show is going to be on Disney Plus. But anyways, that's a show. And then we can also have other little heroes. Like, what a great way to throw in, I don't know, the New Warriors. Like, have these street level heroes.
Hellcat.
Hellcat could be on the team.
We already had Daredevil in them.
Oh, no. And they're coming back. Let's be real. Disney now pretty much owning Hulu. The Defenders are coming back. I don't think they're going to be called the Defenders.
Who do you, out of all the shows right now, which one, let's say you can keep 3.
What are the current shows?
Well, 3 of the Netflix shows.
Oh, that's easy.
Who do you bring?
Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and I would combine Power Man and Iron Fist to the show.
So you'd leave out Punisher?
Fuck! Okay.
Shit just got real. I said you can only keep 3, so you can't combine 2 people into a show.
Come on!
No, I said you can
Well,
keep
we
3.
need a
Otherwise,
Defenders.
it's hard.
Huh?
Otherwise, it's not as hard. I'm saying you get, prior to getting any Defender show, you get to bring back 3 main shows. Because Defenders was its own thing.
Okay.
So you get to bring back 3 main shows to kick it off with.
Okay. Daredevil, Punisher. That's where things get tricky. Right there. Because, and it's not Iron Fist. I could do without Iron Fist.
Okay.
It's between Cage and Jessica. Now, here's the thing. That's an easy fix because they have a history.
Yeah. I mean,
But whose show would it be? Because if we don't give Jessica the show, women are going to be upset about that. If we don't give Cage a show, black people are going to be upset about that.
They're also black women, so how are you gonna satisfy the medium? Or do you sacrifice Daredevil or Punisher?
Fuck it. Daredevil, Punisher, Cage.
Very, very male of you.
Come on! Come on! Don't do that!
Outrage culture.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Oh shit. MTF says, what do you think the ramifications of the Snatcher and Unsnap were in regards to Mephisto and Hell? That's another thing. Excuse me. Let me throw this at you as well. There were 2 snaps on Earth alone. I'm not 100% sure, but isn't it that every single time there's a snap, it lets off a lot of radiation?
I mean, we don't completely know that.
Okay.
But we can assume. I mean, in what way? What do you mean?
Well,
Because nobody was affected on the battlefield when it happened. Most people.
You're
were down.
absolutely right. But
And-
Hulk had to do the snap.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Thor
that-
stood right in front of Thanos when he did the snap.
No, you're right.
And
I'm not
everybody
saying
was
like
on the battlefield.
I'm
You
just
didn't
saying,
see-
isn't it a type of radiation that can lead to a mutation?
I mean, gamma radiation. From what I know of gamma radiation, yes.
But
it
is it
mutates
just
cells
gamma?
and destroys and breaks down radiation.
But is it
It's
just
mostly
gamma?
But
Okay.
I'm saying that's what alpha, beta, and gamma types of radiation do that in real life, technically.
I'm just reading. The Infinity Stones give off gamma radiation. Okay.
But all kinds of radiation, mostly gamma.
Mostly Gamma.
Mostly Gamma.
I'm just thinking different ways. I like what MTF is saying. What about Mephisto? Because these people actually died.
Yeah.
They actually died. So that
well,
talk
technically,
to me.
I
Talk to
wonder, what if you look at it from the opposite end of it?
Tell me more.
Because remember, they didn't actually die. They ceased to exist.
But that to me, I see that differently.
Well, but think about the double on it. Think about this. You wouldn't have as many people dying when people have more resources, and you took away half the people that were supposed to go to hell by making them never exist. Think about how mad that would make Mephisto.
I would just think that there are mad portals to hell and heaven now just fucked up. But I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what's going on right now?
I mean, if you don't think of you just killing them and them going to heaven and hell, because think about it. If they remember, Peter he went away and then just woke up on another planet.
You right.
So he doesn't have any recollection of being in hell or anything, which he might not need to. But think about it from the perspective of for the past 5 years, less people have died. Mm-hmm. Half the souls that were supposed to come here didn't come here. I've been denied for so long that would make Mephisto want to maybe make a push. Versus, the vengeance concept of, well, you took these souls away from me. You gave me these souls and took them away. Mm-hmm. You have to think about the concept of, well, what if he was denied the souls entirely and now, people come back, but they're not dying quick enough.
I mean, I'm just thinking there's a lot of shit now. Like, shit is fucked up. Shit is fucked up now. Like, everyone thinks, oh, it's the end. Everything's okay. I'm thinking in my nerdy brain, no, everything's not okay. Everything's fucked right now.
Earth alone has to be fucked up. I mean, think about the Russo brother. His loved one probably came back, and now he's got to deal with the changes to his relationship.
See, this is what I'm saying with this show. This is a show. This is such a show right now. Where, I just moved on, had more kids.
And you got to think, in some cases, it's my whole family went. I was a freaking kid. Now I'm a teenager. My family came back. What's up, family? Holy shit. Or freaking Miles, I've been Spider-Man for 5 years now.
I know, nigga, the fuck are you?
Here's Peter Parker, and you wearing a black outfit, nigga, what's up, man?
That could
what's
be,
up,
that is such a fucking post-credit scene for Far From Home, where he realizes, oh shit, there's been another Spider-Man. Or he goes back to New York, and they're like, oh, we didn't even know you were gone. And he's like, yeah, I've been gone. They're like, oh, well, who's that guy?
Why are you going back to the OG suit, Spider-Man?
Hey, listen, this shit is writing itself. Since we've been doing some X-Men talk, I do want to bring that up as well. Don't do that, because don't do that. Don't do that. The reason why is because Hickman is writing X-Men.
Okay. And
they officially announced that the current Uncanny X-Men run is coming to an end. Mm-hmm. One thing that we all know about Hickman, when he decides he's going to do something, he wants it to just be him. When he did Fantastic Four, that was his shit.
True.
When he did Avengers, he wrote 3 Avengers books at one time.
Yeah. He wanted control.
I want 100% control of this shit.
You got that Bendis flavor.
So that's what it is, what they're doing with X-Men. There's the Power of X and Age of X, I think it's called. They're 2 miniseries. Then that's going to lead to an X-Men run that he's doing. Probably 2 titles. I'm all for it.
House of Decimation. Kill them all.
I'm all for it. And the reason why... Oh, God, this is going to pain me to say, but it's the truth. The old X-Men formula doesn't work anymore.
Ooh.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't work anymore. And the reason why was that when no one was paying attention to the Avengers like that, the X-Men were able to thrive and do a lot of shit that technically the Avengers should have been doing.
The X-Men were better than Avengers.
But at that time, the X-Men were the Avengers. So the X-Men were saving the world more times than the Avengers.
Facts.
But now the Avengers are here.
And got that glamour. Because keep it 100, everybody called the Avengers last nigga. They don't know if it was speed dial 19. You gotta put 2 numbers in for these motherfuckers, alright?
Dead ass. And this is what I mean when I say that. It's that old formula doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't for them. We need a complete 100% uphaul and a redo.
What do you want the X-Men to be doing now?
The X-Men need to become more political. The X-Men need to become borderline Game of Thrones. Because everything that happens with the X-Men happened within their little circle.
So you're talking about back when like they had like the multiple schools and kind of training,
Shit like that. They're I mean, the people who work for Marvel, they can't say much, but they're relating to like how Grant Morrison came and changed the game. A lot of people don't understand the impact Grant Morrison had because a lot of people read it in the past with the trade paperbacks. I remember when Grant Morrison just completely said, "Oh, this is your X-Men? Fuck out of here. I'm doing this now." He changed everything. He changed the lineup. He made White Queen a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know that at one time White Queen was an evil bitch.
Hellfire Club.
I mean, she still is.
Will see anybody die, and now she's like motherly instinct. She was wife of Cyclops for however long.
Fucking shit.
Head mistress.
Dead ass.
To the thing.
Shit like that. And to me, like,
she's called the Phoenix.
I'm so glad that when Astonishing X-Men came, Joss Whedon acknowledged that. That, like, Kitty's like, not fucking with the White Queen. And like, everyone's like, why are you so mean to her? And then finally, she said to her, you don't remember, do you? My first day here, the X-Men were tortured and kidnapped by you.
Yep.
I didn't forget that.
Yep.
But the X-Men have been known to let villains on their team.
All the time.
I mean,
starting with their number one villain.
Magneto's been on the team.
Magneto's been on the squad. Mystique's been on the squad.
Mystique, Marrow.
I mean, shit, Mystique's been on the squad so hard, she's on the squad as a regular team member in the movies.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, yes, exactly. I remember when, I think it was Paul Jenkins who wrote it, there was a whole X-Men squad that were all villains. It was like Sabretooth, Mystique, Lady Mastermind, fucking... like, there was a whole team of just X-Men villains.
Yep.
The X-Men that were X-Men villains. Like, I remember this 100%.
They've had anti-hero teams, like the X-Force squad, where it was, I mean, you know, everybody who can shank somebody.
Exactly. The stab team, stab.
Team stab. Anybody who stab motherfuckers. Yeah, Wolverine, X-23, Deadpool, what's it called?
Lady Deathstrike.
What's his name? Thunder.
Warpath. You
Warpath.
get my boy Warpath's name right. God damn it.
And what is Warpath's powers? He fast, he big, and got 2 knives in his hands.
And he can fucking fly. Do not forget, he can fly. Cause that's like a weird thing. Like, he'll start flying, and people are like, when the fuck can Warpath fly? And like, Cannonball's been with him since jump. Like, oh, he can always fly. He just didn't do it.
Let's do it.
He could always fly. He just didn't do it. But anyways, yeah, Phantom X.
Yeah, Phantom X. Well, Phantom X shot people. He didn't always. His ship stabbed people.
This is your daily reminder that Uncanny X-Force is top 5 greatest runs of all time. Rick Remender killed that shit.
Yep. And Psylocke stabbed people with telepathy.
Psylocke. Are we okay with Psylocke being a white girl again?
Man,
I'm okay with it.
I mean, either way, I never really. I mean, my thing with mutants has always been this: you're a mutant first, and that's one of the things
you about to say some bullshit.
Well, I was gonna say that's one of the things I love about their comic book is they always get hated for being a mutant beyond anything. So they have other things that are kind of challenges, but it's always like I love when it's written to. It's still second to be a mutant.
Yeah.
Like, for example, North Star could go into like a gay club. And at first, everybody get along with them, you know, hey, you're gay and one of us.
I get what you're saying now.
And then all of a sudden be like, oh, well, you're a mutant? Fuck out of here. Get the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, there's that level. Hey, you be a black person, you go in the hood, you be like, oh, man, I feel at home here today. Oh, but you a mutant, nigga?
I agree 100%. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And that's what I've always liked about the X-Men character.
And that's why when it comes to... Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. When it came to the gay shit, it's hard for me to... And I'm not a gay man, but I'm kind of like, when you're a mutant, who cares that you're gay? Like, I mean, it just has to feel natural and genuine to me, right? Because I just don't see other mutants being like, oh, he's gay.
Yeah,
like, I don't see that.
And that's where, to me, it's kind of like, I get it having to deal with it when they write it with the humans. Like, one of the good writers will write it with, like, okay, you're dealing with being gay with other humans. Mm-hmm. And, that's hard because in the human world, it's still kind of like that. Yeah. But like you said, other mutants wouldn't judge you the same. It's kind of like the Nightcrawler thing. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, yeah, you found a home with the mutants. Even though you don't look like, there's certain mutants where you're like, yeah, you got that high school mutantism, like a Jean Grey. Yeah. Where it's like, you don't have anything weird about you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. On the outside. Mm-hmm. Nightcrawler, Beast, you know what I mean? They have the outward projection of being a mutant. So there could be a little bit of the class there, but around most mutants, it's like, no, we're brothers, we're all the same. Mm-hmm. So I don't see the hate for him being gay man.
It's just,
in the mutant community. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I see that being a lot more welcome as far as the thing goes.
Now, MTF says, and shout out to him, he says, so what about the mutant metaphor for marginalized peoples? Should that endure? Shout out to Merrill. She says it has to. Yeah. MTF says, I mean, intersectionality matters for everything else. Why wouldn't it matter with mutants? My thing is this, because when you look like the fucking Glob dude, the Glob, when you look like him, why do you care that this person is gay? Like, I'm not saying that is an impossible thing. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, here's the thing.
Again, someone made a good point. Someone did make a good point to me once. He said, back in the days when black people were marginalized like that, they still had a problem with gay people.
Yes, and black people still had a problem with gay people?
Like, black niggas were still like, oh, man, you're gay? Like, yeah. So I mean... Well,
it's I think a degree of it is what's popular in society. And that's why I said I think some people might have a problem with it, but the general feel is different. For example, let's take black people. Mm-hmm. For a long time, there's been discrepancies in the black community against being light-skinned versus dark-skinned. Mm-hmm. People say, oh, well, you're less black.
Well, I don't like you light-skinned niggas.
Yeah, you don't like light-skinned.
I don't like you like waffle tone, Luke Beige.
And you remind me of hot-ass Africa.
Fair.
I don't want to
show Why you gotta be a hot African?
It should look hot. You see that shit look cool? Show me one picture where Africa looks cool and refreshing.
I am offended, sir.
You from Africa?
I'm offended.
You're from Africa?
Oh, hell no. I ain't.
And I'm sure where you were born is probably hot and humid as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
I was born in San Francisco.
Hey, man.
The weather is nice.
Hey, man. I was born in Alabama.
Oh, shit.
In the humidity ass fucking weather, okay?
Nope.
There ain't no light skins. There ain't no Luke Beaches.
I had West Coast ocean breezes when I grew up, right? Right, looked at the beautiful 7x7.
Because you secretly have Filipino in you. You don't even know it yet.
No, it's Italian.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I told you. I found out we have Italian in our blood.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was the greatest story too. So, two of my cousins decided, hey, we're gonna do that DNA testing, right? And one cousin had like, hey, you have Italian. The other cousin didn't. Well, their mom is their moms are sisters. So it's like, oh, that's kind of weird. So moms just took them. It was like, oh yeah, you got Italian as well, and you don't have Italian. Come back to find out, because my other cousin who's got a different mom, my dad's other sister, also took it. Italian. The other sister, no Italian. Turns out they was like, oh yeah, there was an Italian man that rented a room.
Oh shit! Oh shit! See, that's why I got 23andMe shit.
Why we got? Because I used to always look at my Aunt Eleanor, and then my dad's dad. It was like, y'all motherfuckers damn near look white. Like, y'all got straight ass hair. Y'all hella yellow. But my auntie Audrey and her sister, black as fuck.
Black as hell. See, I agree 100%. Now, real quick before we go, Kaji said, remember when Kitty Pryde was dropping the N-word? And Willie B was like, what? Yeah. Kitty Pryde in the 80s went on the Say the N-word tour.
Yep.
But like a bunch of issues, he was like telling people, she's like, oh yeah, you a nigger? Like, what the fuck?
She did.
What the fuck? Listen, Claremont, we love you. But goddamn, were you tone deaf on that one? Like, I get what you were trying to say.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but ain't
nobody want to be a nigga. Yeah. That's one of the greatest things.
Bishop was a nigga and he escaped for the future. He was like, this shit don't get no better for us.
It don't get no better. Bishop was a nigga till he found out he was Australian. He was like, I'm not a nigga no more. No, I'm Aboriginal.
Aboriginal.
I'm Aboriginal.
And even he knew the only good time was like the mid-late 90s.
I knew that nigga wasn't fully black. Look at that full hair. That nigga had waves. Nigga, how you got wavy long hair? Nigga, how you got...
The only movie left was Coming to America. And the Soul Glow was the only product that they made for black people.
It was also Silky Smooth. Also Silky Smooth. Oh, Coming to America is one of the greatest movies of all time. Shout out Art by Atlas. My artist is in the feed all late and shit.
Yeah, dude called her a mutant. She said, "How would you like if I called you an N-word? Hard R N-word, yeah?" She used a hard
say
R.
Nigger, okay, guys? like
N-I-double-G-E-R. You know, every time I say the word nigger, I like to use like a whiter voice. Like, I can't say like nigga. You know what I mean? Hard. It like doesn't sound like automatically comes out with an A.
Yeah.
Like if I say it with the E, it has to come out with a whiter voice.
With a white voice?
Like I can't like. I mean, I try. So nigga, see, it's
you gotta put that.
You can't use like nigga in like with the deep voice. You can't. You gotta go. ER is. It has to sound like more mousy.
That hard ER.
Nigger.
Nigger.
Having a nigger segment on the show.
Yeah, I gotta agree with what Louis C.K. said. He said, I hate it when people say the N-word. Not nigger, but the N-word. He said, because when you say it, now nigger comes in my head. Motherfucker, you say it. Don't make me.
I mean, in that Chris Rock interview, it was definitely already in his head. That shit's been dormant.
Hey, listen, man.
At the same time, this man wrote Pootie Tang, so I can't hate.
Listen, man. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
But that's what people gotta understand. Like, a movie like White Girls could never be made today.
White Chicks?
White Chicks, thank you.
Can't even call them. White Girls would have been less offensive in the title.
Damn, yeah, you're right, yeah. And one last thing, we're coming up to our 2 hours. Thank you guys for joining us. Been a lot of good talks this episode. I have a question for everybody on the feed.
Okay.
Let's say the MCU never happened.
Okay.
And decided to start it today.
Like right now?
And let's say they cast RDJ, who was still as problematic as he was back then. Will people want him canceled?
Yes. Outrage culture would have him canceled immediately.
Even though he didn't even do nothing really. Was that enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look at Robert Pattinson. He didn't do shit, and people was already having petitions to have him taken off, writing think pieces on him, and telling him how he's gonna be a shit Batman. Like, people are legit mad about it without giving him a chance. Like, you haven't seen a trailer for it, just talking about him being cast. I mean, even when people didn't have the full confirmation, thought, oh, it's between him and this other dude, people were slamming dude. Outrage culture, I think, is too strong. Mm-hmm. And even though RDJ completely fits the bill in every possible way, like when he was cast, I was like, oh, that's perfect. Mm-hmm. I was like, alcohol playboy who needs redemption, RDJ.
Well, you're right. Well, we have a lady in the feed. If she's still there, Meryl, I'd love to hear what you think about it. We're a bunch of dudes, so we're gonna see it differently.
A couple dudes.
No, but yeah,
it's only two of us, bro.
Don't do that.
It's only two of us. What?
Okay, whatever. We're two dudes.
I'm gonna say, man, I don't want to be. I'm not a grape. Don't put me in a bunch.
God fucking damn it. We're two dudes. Fucking Bay niggas. This is my problem. Anyway, we're just two dudes. I want to hear what a lady has to think about. That's just my opinion. MTS says, but people will still feel like RDJ is the perfect casting. I agree. But I don't think that voice will be louder than the cancel culture.
Because you got to think about it. At the time, and I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It wouldn't be louder than cancel culture. Because think about it. Right now, people would probably have a problem with somebody like Wesley Snipes playing Blade. Like, that don't look like Blade. Da-da-da. But at the time, nobody really gave a shit about comic book movies. But now, you're cool. You get attention if you make comics on comic book movies. I mean, you see people with Star Wars and shit. You see, like, dude, what's it called? He got some sort of, like, buy my shit page or something like that. He tries to drive around, like, Bentleys with chicks and everything. And he post tweets about how I don't watch Star Wars. I've never seen a Star Wars in my life, and you're a loser if you like Star Wars. Like, nigga, you said Star Wars 3 times in the same post for something you apparently don't give a shit about.
Right. I hate when people do that. I had a guy talk to me about it, and he said, "Who cares?" And he kept retweeting me. And I said, "Nigga, you just retweeted me 4 times. Who cares? Nigga, you do."
That's why you talking about it.
Obviously, you care. Because people who don't care don't retweet 4 or 5 times about shit they don't care about.
You know how many hentai tweets I have? 0. Retweets 0. I don't give a shit.
I don't retweet K-pop. I don't give a shit about K-pop.
I don't retweet it either.
I don't need to retweet it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nigga, you can't. That's why I hate when people say, "Oh, go around telling people, oh, who cares? Who cares?" Nigga, you care. Apparently. Yeah, you're the one talking about it.
Yeah, people be like, "Hey, man, do you play Fortnite?" I do not play Fortnite. So you know one thing I don't do? I don't go to Fortnite pages and talk about how it might
I don't. I can't do Fortnite. I
don't even click on it.
No, I don't even fuck with it. I don't care about your opinion about Fortnite. I don't care.
If it comes up and there's like a think piece on Fortnite, guess what? I change
channel. That's what I'm saying.
Different YouTube video.
That's what people who don't care, that's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't. So you're sitting between me saying, "Oh, this guy, this and that. Oh, who cares?" Nigga, you care.
You give a fuck.
MTF says, but people would still feel like RDJ is the perfect casting, but that might be because of the MCU. Did that narrative exist before the MCU? No.
It only existed a bit in the DCU, and that is later down the Batman line. Mm-hmm. Remember Batman 3 and 4? Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
People started to care once the shit got real bad. So I think popularity makes people give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because people get attention from things that are popular.
Yeah.
Like, think about Donald Trump. Yeah. Donald Trump spent a lot of years and trying to be in the limelight and being a joke. And he was always a joke. People would throw in 1 or 2 maybe little jokes about him. But believe me, Donald Trump rose back in the day, say got maybe 1 million sales, 1 million hits. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump rose today, being about 1 billion. Because he's popular, he's big right now, and people give a fuck. All of a sudden, he's the president. Yeah. Things that get more attention, more popular, automatically get more heat.
Now, shout out, we got someone new in here. Godson says, Twilight dude casting has forever ruined Batman for me.
That's deep.
That's unfortunate.
I mean,
because what if he kills it? Like, in all honesty, people forget, and I hate. Okay. This is your reminder that the guy who played Mr. Mom was cast as Batman at one point.
Yep.
A stand-up comedian who played Mr. Mom. He was in a movie called Mr. Mom. That's the movie that put him on. Mm-hmm. Then he did Beetlejuice. Mm-hmm. And then he did Batman.
And after that, he did Multiplicity. He did.
I think they're just facts here.
Like, he just threw Batman in the middle of a whole bunch of comedy movies.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, NTF said too. I'm old enough to remember that Beetlejuice was cast as Batman. The guy that got fucked in his ass on Brokeback Mountain got cast as Joker. Let's have this conversation. Yep. Dude went from sucking dick to playing the Joker.
And both are considered 2 of the best to do it.
One won or not? Wait, no, Brokeback got nominated. I don't think it won anything. But he won. But they're both nominated roles.
Yeah.
Like, don't just sleep on shit, y'all.
Yeah, you can't. And people thought George Clooney would be the best Batman ever. And he was a trash Batman in a trash movie. Remember when George Clooney got cast as Batman?
George Clooney was like, yo. They were probably like, I remember that because people were like, yo, they finally got it right.
Yep.
George Clooney, yo, they finally got it right. That was George Clooney at the height.
Yep. Because he was Mr. Bachelor, one of the hottest men in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. People were like, oh, he's going to nail Bruce, and we're going to get to see him in an action role, and he's one of the greatest actors. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't even talk about that shit.
Art Bradley says, I actually think Pattinson is going to do a really good job. And I have nothing to base that on because I haven't seen Twilight or any of his stuff. But I do have faith in the casting teams. I don't.
I have faith in the casting teams. Especially over at DC. I just don't have faith in the writers.
I don't.
Who do screenplays.
Because these same casters cast that fucking Flash. Get that nigga the fuck out of here.
The problem is, he wasn't written like the Flash. And that's where I have to say with the writers. Because I got to think about Superman. Henry Cavill was perfectly
Perfection.
cast. But the writing fucked his character up.
Yeah.
And it's not because I want to see him all happy-go-lucky. It was because, like, no, you just did stupid shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers killed Paul Kent, had his mom telling him Superman and shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
Atlas says, but they gave us Gal Gadot and Momoa. Two shitty actors? And let's be real. Jason Momoa is not Aquaman. Jason Momoa is Jason Momoa, and we're calling him Aquaman. That is not Aquaman at all. Well, that is not Aquaman. That is not Aquaman.
But here's where I say. They were cast. They fit really well in those movies, and they were done with better writers.
I can agree.
So both of those movies with better writers, they made the castings work really well.
Yeah.
The movies that weren't written well, the castings could have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, think about, like, y'all motherfuckers had a Will Smith and Margot Robbie movie that was just kind of blah.
And then Jared...
like, y'all motherfuckers got Will Smith to sign him to a team movie. That motherfucker does Hancocks and shit.
Yeah.
He's Black Superman.
That was a shocking casting. I'm not going to lie. Because Will Smith is usually playing films where he's the guy.
This nigga's in Aladdin and he's the genie. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
This nigga didn't even pick like Sultan or something. This nigga said, I'm going for the motherfucking blue genie ass motherfucker.
I'm going to be the one that everyone's talking about.
I want the nigga with the powers. I want the motherfucking, the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and Affleck was a solid Batman. You just written poorly. I mean, think about it. Like, when you start giving Batman Gatling guns on all his equipment, having him, like, go through these long speeches about how he's figured out the one thing in the world and just doesn't kill the nigga because he got the same name as mom.
Well,
like, let's keep it
that is still so. I just love seeing the think pieces of how people are trying to make that scene work. It doesn't work.
And don't get me wrong.
It doesn't work.
It works if you start removing entire sections of the movie.
So then it doesn't work.
Like, you need the Snyder Cut.
Does the Snyder Cut have pieces out that make sense?
The Snyder Cut's only 3 minutes. That's what most people don't understand. The Snyder Cut's only 3 minutes. And essentially, it's basically like little flashes of little things. So it's a flash of Lex Luthor dropping Lois, Superman swooping in, Superman stabbing Doomsday.
And then that's it.
Yeah, they don't show Superman die, because that's stupid.
Oh,
that's stupid.
In other words,
and Batman watching from the sidelines.
But they give, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I
tried to rewatch Wonder Woman fighting Superman.
Yeah, I tried to rewatch that scene. I said, wait a minute, Batman didn't do a goddamn thing.
No, he shot one kryptonite kind of dust thing to make the battle go a little bit slower.
Okay.
Okay. It was like, that's all I have left.
I agree with Toast. The screenwriting and directing is much more important than the casting.
Yeah. You could have a shitty actor do great. You know, I mean, think about this. Think about this. If the movie's good enough for people who it goes out to, and I didn't watch Twilight, but there was like 9 Twilight movies, something like that. They made them shits like Fast and Furious, and Kristen Stewart can't really act, especially not in Twilight. Nobody liked her.
She still can't.
Nobody liked her, and she still was in every single fucking Twilight.
That's true. That's facts. Eisenberg Lex Luthor. Are you telling me he suffered from bad writing?
Oh, absolutely.
So you're saying there's a version of that Eisenberg Lex Luthor that you would have liked?
Not that Eisenberg Lex Luthor. I'm saying if you didn't write him as Lex Luthor,
what you're saying.
I'm saying they wrote him as non-charismatic. He wasn't a charismatic character.
So
he could not hold a room at all. I'm saying you didn't write Lex Luthor, so he never got a chance to be Lex Luthor.
So I ask you again. So if there was better writing, you would have liked that Lex Luthor.
I'm saying I could have. I'm saying he could have been Lex Luthor.
How?
Because he would have been a whole different character. Think about this.
Eisenberg can't act like that.
I'm going to run this back to the beginning of the episode.
Talk to me.
Same actors.
Okay.
What happened to the writing of Heroes? They fucked every character up.
That's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Will give you A-level performance.
That is not the same thing.
Did you still like Peter Petrelli after that shit? Or they ruined his character?
Oh, they ruined his character.
They ruined his character. No. They ruined an entire city of heroes.
No, yeah, they did. Completely. The whole world of heroes. Here's the difference. There was a time when I did like them.
Yes.
There was no time I liked Eisenberg.
You only have one writer as Lex Luthor.
Oh, come on.
He wasn't in more than one movie.
He's in 2. He's in Justice League at the end.
And he was better. There wasn't much of him. Ta-da!
God damn it! Was that the Snyder Cut? Was
At
that
the same time, both those movies sucked. And they're the same people.
God damn it!
You can't have it. No, there's writers effect. Writers affected. Deadpool. Same actor, two different writers. And one of those writers on Game of Thrones, a show that I used to like, and now we're motherfucker. Alright. And look what happened.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Writing is more important than the actors. Because if you don't have a good story, what do you have? Think about, what's it called? Think about that movie. Did you see that movie, Valeria?
Yeah.
Valerian? Alright. The story was shit. All the special effects, all the money they spent on it, hurt those actors' careers.
Yeah.
Look at, let's go back to the first Star Wars. The actors in Star Wars suck. For the most part. Harrison Ford was the best thing on the set.
Yeah.
And what did happen? The story was so encapsulating, the score was so encapsulating that who gives a shit?
I can find another example.
Okay.
Where the casting actually hurt. I'm going to need more time. I can argue Iron Fist.
Iron Fist what?
I can argue Iron
I
Fist.
can't, because here's the go. Same showrunner did that bunk-ass Inhumans in season 2 of Iron Fist.
But here's the deal.
Season 2 was tremendously better.
Season 2. Hold on. I can argue this. Was season 2 really that great?
Compared to season 1?
Yeah, don't compare it to season 1.
We're comparing.
Don't compare it.
We're comparing writers.
Don't compare it.
You said change writers.
Don't compare
with the
it.
same cast.
But no.
Change writers with the same cast. So you had to compare it.
I had to rethink that. I had to rethink that. I think we probably give Iron Fist season 2 too much credit.
No, we give it more credit because season 1 was so bad.
But let's say
it's a perfect example.
But what if season 1 was just okay?
It wasn't.
No, but I'm saying, what if it was?
It was terrible.
What if it was okay?
It was a cartoon show that took place in an office with no kung fu. Offices. Level 418. Floor 34. No. That's a perfect comparison because you have the same actors, you have different sets of writers, different showrunner. One is better than the other, clearly, with the same people. And matter of fact, I put that post of what show people would not want, or what property people would not want to keep on, versus and had to let 3 go, and it was Elektra, Inhumans, Fantastic Four, and Iron Fist season 1. Or Iron Fist season 1. Everybody said Iron Fist season 1 only because they got said Iron Fist season 2, which was phenomenally better.
That's bullshit.
But that's what people said because same people, better storytellers. I mean, we got Kunlun. We got proper
kind of.
What do you mean, kind of? We got a whole bunch of fighting Kunlun.
We did have a lot of fighting Kunlun.
Yeah.
And we got the do-rag. We got Danny Do-rag. Hashtag.
They pay attention. They paid attention. They got better writer. They started reading the source material. I mean, depending on the writer, different shit happens.
I mean, see, even Guyla's is saying.
Yeah, it was only great because season 1 was so bad. You're not comparing them to other shows like Derek, because I'm not comparing the same writer. I'm comparing actor to actor. Even if the actor was subpar and you didn't like the actor, this is my point. Let's say you say he's a shit actor. With a better writing, he got better as the character. He was better in Defenders. He was better in Iron Fist season 2 because under different writers, he wasn't nearly as bad. But when you have a shitty writer, what are you going to do?
I can't argue that.
If you have a shitty story, you don't have nothing you should be telling.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with a lot of things. Just like the Humans. Y'all had a shitty story. You should never have told it. Didn't matter who y'all had on the stage.
Shit.
BVS, you had a shitty story. You should have told it. Justice League. Shitty story. You should have told it.
Oh, man.
You could have done better. There's so many better.
Even great in Luke Cage. I like Luke Cage season 2, man. I like season 2 of Luke Cage.
Season 2 was better than season 1.
Yeah, even though that dumbass dab that he did.
The Marshall Ali early kill-off was just a dumb move.
But he had to leave. He had to leave to go win an Oscar.
Yeah. I get what he was doing. I'm just saying, like, y'all motherfuckers should reschedule.
Still salty that Black Bolt never flew. I'm still salty that we call that Black Bolt.
Black Bolt got beat up by the Hawaii PD. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, when they were hitting him, I remember we had a whole show where we were talking about that. They were hitting that nigga with batons. The fuck?
Black Bolt would have still been just walking down the street like, I don't even understand what you guys are doing right now. Like, just tink, 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 tink. I mean, Black Bolt literally takes fully power blows from the Hulk to the chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only World War Hulk was able to fuck with a Black Bolt, and that one was a Skrull.
Yeah, facts. No, you're absolutely right. We got some Misty, Colleen, and Luke Iron Fist scenes. I still say, this is what we say for those of us you who are newer here. I say, give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us 6 shows.
Damn.
That's pretty much the same amount that we had.
Are you talking about in that Defenders universe?
Yeah. It's the same amount.
Okay.
Here's what I say. I say give us Daredevil.
Okay.
Give us Punisher.
Okay.
Jessica Jones.
Okay.
Power Man and Iron Fist.
Okay, you got 4.
Heroes for Hire with Colleen and Misty. Defenders. Okay, wait. No. Daughters of the Dragon.
No.
Actually, you know what? No. Let's do it like this. Daredevil. Punisher. Jessica Jones. Heroes for Hire with Power Man, Luke Cage, Misty, Iron Fist, and Colleen. They're the Heroes for Hire.
I can shorten it down even more for you.
Talk to me.
I give you 3 shows. I'll give you 4 total shows.
Okay.
Give you Daredevil.
Uh-huh.
Give you Punisher.
Uh-huh.
And just give you Heroes for Hire. And I'll give you Jessica Jones with Luke. With Luke and everybody, Luke and Iron Fist and everybody from their show.
How about we do Daughters of the Dragon and then have Jessica with them? Why can't she be a daughter of the Dragon?
The only reason I would say that is because on Hulu I'd want them to run a longer show. So give me 24 episodes. So give it to me like almost like a CSI type show.
Okay.
Where you have multiple characters, you have longer plot development, and you have more characters. Only because Jessica Jones doesn't have that big of a list of villains. So you're going to need to combine and give her something extra to go down. That last season, villain-wise, wasn't it.
Yeah, I agree.
She doesn't have that deep of a wellspring of villains.
She really doesn't.
Her storyline could tie over to Luke earlier.
But people like her. So that's why I'm like, I don't think she should 100% go away.
That's what I'm saying. She won't go away. She's still going to be one of the main leads. Like, I think the leads of the show, because like you said, Power Man and Iron Fist, neither of them, to me, acting-wise, could carry a show. Like, I think Bushmaster carried most of season 2
I can agree.
Luke Cage. So, they're automatically, I'm putting them together as one character. So, they're technically, you consider them a lead, Jessica a lead, then Misty and Colleen both have that kind of same Luke and Iron Fist issue, where I like them more together than I like them separate. So that's the third part of the show. So basically you're combining 3 elements to make one show. And I think that'll give the show a little bit more lifeblood because you can bring in enemies from both sides. You can have different concepts, but you can still have 3 main storylines. Because you also could then bring in Hellcat. So now you have 3 elements to one longer show. Then you can give me like 20 episodes.
No,
you know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
Anything I said, but I'm feeling Jessica Jones being the show where they deal with all the drama from the snap.
Well,
that's great.
And you got to think about it, because the Jessica Jones idea, especially with her dealing with drama from the snap, is she now has 2 different teams she can send out on shit.
Yeah.
So she has the former cop, you know what I mean, and then she has basically the street team, the rough and relative. I mean, both of them can handle the physical, but you have 2 different teams that handle different issues and different stuff with the snap, as well as she can take on her own cases. So now you have this mix of, hey, look, we can't just all do this on our own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The snap affected the hood in a big way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See
that. Imagine all the businesses, people coming in from people who didn't want to sell their places and shit like that, swooping up other businesses, trying to gentrify and get
There's
niggas
so
out.
much shit that could be stories that could be told.
I think them all having one
So
story
many.
and keeping it street like that is good. Daredevil deals with a bunch of external shit, ninjas and shit like that. Punisher kills everybody, so you can't keep no villains around.
No, you're
You know
right.
what I mean?
Or
So-
maybe Punisher was one of the ones snapped, and then all of a sudden crime just thrived like all hell.
Well, no, Hawkeye was making sure that didn't happen.
Well, he could have been everywhere. It didn't just turn into the
5
Punisher.
years. It looks like he worked his way on the Asian. I mean, the motherfucker live in Kentucky, so.
Kaiju says, should Jessica be a lead or recurring character?
I think Jessica should be a lead. Jessica, you have 3 separate leads in the show. And you could do that with, especially when you think of like the CSI concepts and shit like that, where it's like you have three different people doing kind of different things. Jessica is setting up the cases. She's talking to people, she's talking to people as they come out. She's getting the problem. She's, trying to basically make shit happen. Then you have Luke and Iron Fist, who both basically, they're one street team, and Colleen and what's it called? Misty, who's another street team. And they can handle different cases. You can intersect the cases, you know what I mean, as they go on, which gives you a little more strategy and a little more tact for the show to develop into something bigger. Plus, it allows you to open the world up a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So you have, like I said, Jessica deals more with like traumatized people. Danny and Luke go out on the streets, more like the hood environment. And Misty handles the cop kind of stuff, like, cop dealing with, what did police see, what did old CIs, see, shit like that. And you get to have them separate all over town.
I'm okay with that. But let's take this all online, because we've gone over our time.
Yeah.
It's all good. We get to talking sometimes. We give y'all an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah. Our first shows, for like the first almost like 80 shows, was all 3 hours.
Man. We can make them all 5 or 6.
Yeah, this can go on. We can have a show where it's like 8 hours all day.
Yeah,
we
can
just
do
sit
that.
around bullshitting.
I want to thank you guys for joining us.
If you
today.
like that, go ahead and show some love. Stream loves up there.
Yeah.
Because the more if you guys donate and tell people about it, we'll eventually be able to just quit our jobs and just do this full time. But one last thing, just to show you guys. Been working on a little bit. It's live right now, so if you get bored and you want to see it, there is a website.
Yay!
So, past audio episodes, links to the SoundCloud, the YouTube, the Twitch. If you want to watch it live from this page, there's no chat yet. I haven't done that, but as you can see, here we are live. So, past audio. Probably going back into the feedback. But yeah, here we are live. You can see the page. You can go down and see a bunch of our past videos from the YouTube link. It redirects you to YouTube right now because I guess I didn't change an embedding setting, but it'll just take you straight there. So either way,
look at all that. Look at all that content. Content.
Yeah, this ain't even all the episodes.
This is content. This isn't even our final form. This not it. We haven't reached 9,000. Comic Crusaders, thank y'all for having us. Tracy.
SoundCloud links, all that.
Tracy, hey, bruh. We love you, okay, man? We all love you. For real. You know what I'm talking about. You're a good man. We love that you're here with us. We love you. Our feed would not be the same without you. Okay? So salute to you, okay?
I love having you here every week. Oh yeah, look at that. We even got like contact. You can email us.
Contact Kings.
Yeah.
Contact Kings.
We got tweets. You can see our most recent tweets.
Atlas is gonna be on he said, I'm gonna get on that double splash. Goddamn. We got some shit cooking.
We got some shit cooking.
Yeah. You got some shit cooking.
If you go to www.supersuitshow.com, it'll take you over to this little WordPress site. I have to upgrade the site, but I'm not doing that till next month because my old subscription don't expire till next month. So I don't know. I'm like, dude, why waste the money? Like I'm doing it 1 month early.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna transfer the domain the name over, but you can still go to supersuitshow.com. It's redirected right now.
Yeah.
If you want to check out any recent episodes, see what we're doing, check out our Twitter feed, yada yada yada, or email us. You can do that too. But we'll be expanding it out as I upgrade this thing and building out the website. Yada yada yada. And but
Kaiju said, what's the YouTube channel?
What's the YouTube channel called? I haven't been able to rename it, so it's got one of them funny names. So if you go to supersuitshow.com and click on one of the YouTube links, it'll take you there. Yeah, you have to have so many people got to subscribe or watch. So go out there and subscribe, man, so we can get a YouTube name. Because the one we had that was YouTube.supersuitshows gone. They took that shit.
They hate us.
Yeah, they banned us for using a song that we own. Dude, you know that song that I got the copyright taken off of? The motherfuckers deleted the video, then just re-uploaded it. And YouTube was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Because you have to have so many followers or some shit before you can actually like copyright your own shit. Even though I proved to them that I own it, it was just like, yeah, okay. They uploaded it with the same name and everything. Shitty ass YouTube. YouTube encourages and allows for copyright infringement.
Apparently.
That's what their business is. They don't give a fuck.
But
unless black people are doing it.
Of course, always. Thank you guys for all joining us today. Sorry about my cough. Allergies are like fucking nuts out here.
We're getting more rain too, so
it's gonna be worse. Thank you guys for joining us. It's your boy Tass, the old nerdy bastard.
Phony Toast, the toastest with the mostest, and we are out.
Follow us online. Talk to us. We talk back. You feel me? It's the greatest podcast in the Omniverse, Super Suit Show. Thanks for suiting up with us.
See, does that sound so good?
It sounds great.
It sounds great.
It sounds good.
Best comic book. So I wrote in the multiverse right here. But
I said Omniverse.
Yeah, well, that's how it is on Twitter.
Okay.
It's dope on Twitter. And play it out.
This has its own magic.